All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And in this video, we're going to be in the 140-pound division where we have actual bad news that will inevitably be covered up by Devin Haney fans who are full throttle with Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney fighting next. Bad news. It ain't happening. And this is according to the WBC. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 140-pound division where, man, I had some real comedy going yesterday, man. Real comedy on the live stream that we did, OG Boxing Talk with Blood Boxing that we do on Sunday in this channel. Retro Boxing and Documentaries is the name of the channel, so go check my guy out, Blood Boxing and Retro Boxing and Documentaries. But yesterday, Devin Haney posted to Instagram a picture of him and Gervonta Davis in the ring in a position to fight each other. And so a bunch of people, an amazing number of people, an unbelievable number of people liked the video within the first 30 minutes. Like 85,000 people liked the video within the first 30 minutes. We'll talk about that later. However, it was out there. Gervonta, Devin, picture them throwing punches with each other at each other in a very fancy graphic that was done. So people got all excited. Unfortunately, though, the WBC, who is a little bit more influential in this matter than a graphic designer on Instagram, had something else to say. And that is that Devin Haney has to fight Sandor Martin next. Before I get into the details of it, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you guys so much for your continued support. It means an absolute massive amount. Thank you. But let's get into this. Okay, so Devin Haney likes to call out Gervonta Davis when he already has obligations to fight other people. And without fail, every time that he does this, and he's done it a lot, and I go through who he's done it with. He's done it with George Kambosos II, Vasily Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson, Regis Prograis, and now Sandor Martin, and actually you can go back further than that because he really left Showtime to go where Gervonta Davis is and signed a multi-fight contract with DAZN. And since Gervonta Davis was not going to go to DAZN and Devin was not going to just get out of that contract and go back to Showtime, I count all of those as well. But this latest one is just very, very blatant because the WBC has made a statement just yesterday. I think it was Saturday that they made the statement that they have been informed. Sandor Martin and Devin Haney have both been informed that Devin Haney must fight Sandor Martin next to defend the WBC mandatory at 140 pounds. This is because Devin Haney was told about that mandatory before he fought Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis had the mandatory, but then Sandor Martin was paid step-aside money so that Devin Haney and Regis Prograis can fight. So since they paid him step-aside money, now they have to fight him. Unless, of course, Devin Haney wants to pay more step-aside money, which makes it a little bit funny that you would be putting pictures up the next day of Gervonta Davis and you fighting, because once again, you're not available. However, That's not going to stop people from blaming Gervonta Davis for not making a fight with somebody on the ridiculous idea that just because he earns more money or his fights generate more money than Devin's does, that magically allows Devin Haney to get out of his obligations to fight Gervonta Davis. And I've had several people that have said that on the live streams we have on the channel, and I always ask the same question. How was Devin Haney supposed to get out of his mandatory? There's only really two ways to do it. One, no matter what other people say, really only two ways to do it. One is you pay them step-aside money. Number two is you drop the belt. That's it. Now, how did Regis Prograis get out of the fight with Sandor Martin the first time to fight Devin Haney? Paid step-aside money. Whose responsibility is to pay that step-aside money? Regis Prograis' team. It's their responsibility to pay the step-aside money. So how would Gervonta Davis be able to fight Devin? Devin has to pay step-aside money, or Devin has to drop the belt, one or the other, in order to make that happen. And seeing as we ain't heard nothing about since the the WBC just said it, that means as of right now, Devin Haney's not available, right? Now, the funny thing about all of this stuff is that we have a lot of conversations about weight classes and this and that and the other thing. And it still boggles my mind how people that are not really, like literally related to Devin, and I mean like literally related, how you guys can continue to do this. Literally, I'll talk about it a little bit more in depth in another video, but Devin Haney jumped out there and said something to Ryan Garcia about let's fight, I'm available. Now, this is not as solid as the other thing that I talked about, but it just seems interesting to me that if you really want to fight somebody, evidence of you wanting to fight somebody is that you're only talking to that person about fighting that person. Evidence that you are just talking is when you are talking to a whole lot of different people. You don't know if you're negotiating with 5 different people, right? And you say, that's the fight that I really want. Well, how do I know? Because how do I not know that that's the one that you really want? Or that's the one that you really want? Or that's the one that you really want? Or you really don't care which one, you're just using one for leverage for another if you're negotiating with 4 or 5 people at the same time. Now, from what I understand, Devin Haney, just in the last week now, has said that they were taking offers and talking to Subriel Matias's team, even though that claim was very suspect. Now, they sent offers to Gervonta Davis's team, and now Ryan Garcia. I'm not buying this, okay? But all the time he has a mandatory. Right? Now you could say, well, he's going to wait until he negotiates the deal in order to pay the step-aside money to Sandor Martin. Look, man, I'm not buying it. I think he's going to fight Sandor Martin, and I think that this is a lot of just hoopla. And I'm probably going to do a video about it. This is kind of petty, but it's not at the same time because it's relevant. There's just a lot of manufactured hoopla around Devin Haney, okay? And I don't have any proof of this, and I'm going to say that right out of it. This is just what I noticed, and I thought, man, this is very odd that the post, which by the way is now taken down, they took it down, and I don't know if the fact that we were watching it on our live stream with where 7,000-8,000 people are going to see it. That we were like, hold on, man. How do you have 8,000? How do you have 85,000 likes in the first 30 minutes of a post on Sunday morning? Do you in order to have that many, you literally have to have had, say you get 10% of the people like it. 10%. 10% of that, of 85,000, 850,000, right? So you got 850,000 views on that thing in the first 30 minutes. That means that would have had to be distributed probably. And you say 10% or say 20% of the people that actually get it fed to them through the system actually click on it, then what does that mean? That means there's like 4 million in the first 35 million people. In the first 35 minutes, 4 million people had access to that. And then 850,000 looked at it. And then 85,000 clicked the like. Click the like that quick. I don't know. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.